Friends, welcome to the last report. And today we want to look at something very special, and it's called the stable coin. Now, we want to look at this issue because I know very well these issues will actually bog us down as we move forward, because these are the matters that we must look onto to see how exactly we shall handle these issues here, because the people that will stand with Jesus Christ to the last day, I know very well these are very important issues to them, because these issues are very dear, because they will be a stumbling block to many. And so we must have understanding over them, so that as we move forward, we know very well that these are the issues that are at hand. And now, how do we handle these issues here? Because in what is famously called the Genius Act, whereby Congress passed a bill that now stablecoin, which is a type of crypto that now is integrated into the mainstream economy. And now, as we speak now, stablecoin is the stablecoin is actually now backed by the dollar and by gold. Now, this is a development that the children of God should actually have a look at, because as we move forward, like I've said, these are very important issues, because I tell you the truth, we are going to see these issues here. And no one should lie to you that you will not see these issues. We are going to be here and we will witness these issues. But now, how do we really handle these issues? Because these are the issues that are ahead of us. And they are very significant issues, very important matters that we are actually supposed to look at. Now, the world is now forming a pathway, and the system is actually putting down the infrastructure towards what we call a fully digital economy at a global level. Now, this one will actually cause us not to use paper money, but now get into the digital transaction and digital money. So we are moving to a fully digital economy at a global space as we speak right now. Now, the children of God who shall stick with the Lord to the last day must actually know that the advent of digital money actually tells us how close we are to the mark of the beast. Because without the digital economy, it will be very difficult for these groups of people to attain what we call the mark of the beast, because the mark of the beast is really attached, I believe, is really attached to what we call these digital transactions and digital money. They are really, really attached. So we must really see how we shall sift through and how we will run around these matters, because these matters are very, very important. Now, around the issue of the digital currency, to fully really attain digital currency, I truly believe these are the two issues that are going to prop up. Issue number one, we are likely to have a war or a disease. Now, if we shall have a war or a disease, this one at the moment will give way, because the economy of the world will be weakened, and therefore, under the guise of a disease also, they will maybe say that it is not good health-wise to have the paper money. So we are likely to have those two scenarios, either war or a disease or both, so that this issue can actually be actualized as we move forward. So these are very, very important matters that we actually should actually know over. Now, many politicians who are Christians, even in Congress, are really very uncomfortable about the stable coin being integrated into the mainstream American economy. And you know, the world currency, trading currency today is the dollar. And now, if you have another currency that is attached to that world reserve trade currency, then you must know that that currency that it is backed by is also a very important currency, though it is digital, but it is something that we are yet to see how they are going to run around. Now, for example, there is something very, very important called the Mar-a-Lago Accord Proposal. Now, the Mar-a-Lago Accord Proposal, one of the key agendas inside there, and this one you can go and look at it, is in the public domain, is about weakening the dollar. So they want to weaken the dollar so that America can have a competitive edge in the manufacturing world. And if they are going to weaken the dollar, then we are going to have very serious ramifications thereafter, which of course we also must be aware of what is happening, because this one is going to affect everyone under the sun. This one is at our doorstep. Now, they may say they want to have a manufacturing edge, or having a competitive edge with other nations in the manufacturing world. But I don't think that is the underlying issue. The underlying issue is weakening the dollar, then bring this currency, because as we speak right now, the gap between now and the mark of the beast, according to the scripture, that gap is not very big. And so that one should send you a message that the infrastructure is actually being laid right now, so that you and me can be controlled, because the agenda is control, 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 and subdue them into obedience. Let them obey. And that is the main underlying matter as we speak right now. And so the believers who will stand with Christ to the last day, this is a very important component to look at, because it actually shows you how the infrastructure towards all these things is being made, and the progress is very, very fast. And that is why they call it the Genius Act. Now, who is that genius that came up with this idea? And you could see people clapping, hey, yes, yes, that is a Genius Act. And people were so happy about it in that particular auditorium. But who is that genius that has brought this to be integrated into the superpower economy as we speak right now? Because I can tell you the truth, this digital currency will eventually find a way into all the economies of the world. I tell you the truth, because that is where the world is headed. Now, the digital economy, like I had said sometimes back in one of the videos, is that this digital economy will be, fully digital economy will be one of the key signs that we are very close to the rolling of the mark of the beast. And I tell you the truth, the Bible is 100% accurate on these matters here, because what the Spirit of the Lord has said is what we are seeing. And this can actually be seen in Revelation chapter number 13, verses number 16 and 17. and listen to what the word is saying. Revelation chapter number 13, 16 and 17. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast, or the number of his name, Here is wisdom. Let him that has understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Now you can see the issue of buying and selling. That is why I said from the beginning that this is an important matter for those that will stand with the Lord through tough times to the end. Because this one here, the people who will stand with the Lord actually will be locked out of trade. And they will be locked out of the economy over this matter here. Because now there will be no selling or buying to them that do not have the mark, the number, or the name of the beast. So these are issues that we should now be having conversation over, because how will we not buy or sell while we are still here? But I know there are people who say for them, they want to be here during this time here. But I can confidently assert that truly, according to what the word is saying, we shall be here to witness this number 666. Because you won't buy and you won't sell without having this mark, the name or the number of the beasts. So this is very important for us to know over, because if we are going to get lost into issues that don't matter, into issues that are not very important, at the expense of the issues that are very cardinal and very important, we shall not stand these things. And so the children of God must now have the spirit of wisdom and great understanding on what is coming. Because I can tell you that what is coming is not good, and there is trouble ahead. Someone can tell you, oh no, there is good things ahead, Steve. Things are going to be good. No, we are going to live like in paradise. I tell you the truth, we are staring at troublous times ahead. And I am very confident that these two things, war and disease, are coming, so that this can easily get into the major economies of the world. Friends, this is an important matter that is building up right now. And so it calls for the children of God to have preparations spiritually and physically on how we shall be able to handle these matters here, because these matters are very significant. And even as we move forward, these are the matters of great significance, because the issue of buying and selling is a very important matter. And that is why I have been walking the children of God all along to see the picture, because now if they lock you out of the buying and selling, you get the point. We must now have greater understanding again on how we are going to juggle around. Because I promise you, this one, as a representative of the Lord, as a spanner boy of Jesus Christ, we shall be here to see these things here. And so, these are very important matters to handle and to really get you to see them. Because we must bring the children of God up to speed with these matters here. This is not the time to start wasting time on things that don't matter. This is not the time to start lying to the children of God at the expense of the things that are important. And if you're going to fall into the lies that the devil has crafted so that you can fall away, so that you will not believe in the truth. Because if you look at what Jesus is saying in Luke 18, verse 8, he actually doubts. He says, if the Son of Man comes, will he find faith on the earth? You get the point. You can see the location of Jesus coming, the location itself. So these are very important issues that we must look at. Because many people do not want to hear that we shall see this. And so they will drag me in the mud all night and all day over these matters here. But I tell you the truth, these things you will see them. I am sure, as a representative of the Lord, as panel boy of Jesus Christ, I can confidently assert to you, these things here, we are going to see them. We will be here to witness these things before the Lord comes. And so, I will not be afraid to tell the truth because of the people who want to drag me in the mud. Whatever they want to do, let them do. But I will tell you the truth. The word of the Lord will stand. The word of the Lord is final. That this thing, if you're going to say you're not going to see these things, then it means the book of Daniel and the book of Revelation, you are throwing them into the dustbin. And that is why you see the church of Jesus Christ, the larger percentage of the church does not teach the book of Revelation and the book of Daniel. So the people are in darkness, total darkness. They don't know what is coming. They don't know even how they will handle these things here. They do not know anything because they have been told all along, these things, they will not see them. And so me, I'll not be afraid to tell you, you will see these things. Because you don't lose anything by saying the truth. We cannot keep on lying so that we appease people and give false prophecies so that we can make people happy. It's better for people not to be happy about you, but the heavens are happy about you. If the heavens are standing by your side, it's more important than 8 billion people following you. And that is the position that I have. No, I will not stop telling you these things because this is where we are headed and we're going to see these things. So friends, we must get our preparation on top gear. One, that our faith shall not fail, that we shall stand through the fires and through the tough moments that are coming. And two, that we are prepared on how we shall handle the issue of the buying and selling, which of course we are going to do videos on the issue of the buying and selling and the mark, so that the children of God are aware of what is happening and what is coming. Because as an ambassador of Jesus Christ, we shall not sit back when we see these things happening without telling it to the people of God. Thank you very much, my brothers and sisters, and may God bless you abundantly.